friends, I am Pooja Gupta and welcome to all of you on my YouTube channel, My English Literature Notes. Today in this class, I will discuss some of the important questions of UGC NET, PGT and TGT. So let's start the class without any delay. Now moving to the first question. Who tells the tale of Melibee in the Canterbury Tales? Option A, the wife of Bath. Option B, Chaucer. Option C, the nun. And option D, the host. And your correct answer will be Chaucer. Now moving to the next question. Chaucer's Troilus and Cressida is written in option A, heroic couplet, option B, quatrain, option C, ottava rima, and option D, rhyme royal. And your correct answer will be rhyme royal. Now moving to the next question. The first poem in English to use heroic couplet is option A, The Legend of Good Women, option B, The House of Fame, option C, The Parliament of Fowls, and option D, The Book of the Duchess. And your correct answer will be option A, The Legend of Good Women. Now moving to the next question. Question number 4. Who among the following said about Chaucer's prologue to the Canterbury Tales that here indeed is God's plenty? And the options are A, Ben Jonson, B, Dryden, and C, Pope, and D, Johnson. And your correct answer will be B, Dryden. Now moving to the next question. Question number 5. The author of the Piers the Plowman is A, Chaucer, B, Gower, C, Langland, and D, Lydgate. And your correct answer will be C, Langland. Now moving to the next question. Question number 6. Which of the following poems did Chaucer dedicate to Gower? Option A, The House of Fame, option B, The Legend of Good Women, option C, The Canterbury Tales, and option D, Troilus and Cressida. And your correct answer will be option D, Troilus and Cressida. Now moving to the next question. Question number 7. Gower wrote in English which of the following poems? Option A, Speculum Meditantis, option B, Confessio Amantis, option C, Vox Clementis, and option D, King Bruce. And the correct answer will be option B, Confessio Amantis. Now moving to the next question. Question number 8. Question number 8. Which of the following poems of Gower is in French? Option A, Speculum Meditantis, option B, Confessio Amantis, option C, Vox Clementis, and option D, King Bruce. So the guys, your correct answer will be option A, Speculum Meditates. Now moving to the next question. Question number 9. Which of the following poems of Gower is in Latin? And the options are Speculum Meditates, option B, Confessio Amantis, option C, Vox Clementis, and option D, King Bruce. And the correct answer will be Vox Clementis. Now moving to the next question. Question number 10. Oh, sorry. Sorry, by mistake, there is a line. Now moving to the next question. Question number 10. Who among the following is called the father of English prose? Option A. Bacon, option B. Moore, option C. Wyatt, and option D. Wycliffe. And the correct answer will be D. Wycliffe. Now moving to the next question. Number 11. Who among the following is called the morning star of Reformation? Option A. Luther, option B. Wycliffe, option C. Calvin, and option D. Bacon. And the correct answer will be option B. Wycliffe. Now moving to the next question. Question number 12. To whom is generally attributed the first English translation of the Bible? Option A. Wycliffe, option B. Wyatt, option C. King James, and option D. Milton. And your correct answer will be option A. Wycliffe. Now moving to the next question. Number 13. Motte the Authors was published in option A 1485, option B 1532, option C 1623, and option D 1621. And the correct answer will be option A 1485. Now moving to the next question, number 14. Who is the author of Motte the Author? Option A. Chaucer, option B. Caxton, option C. Moore, and option D. Mallory. And the correct answer will be D. Mallory. Now moving to the next question. Number 15. Dream allegory was a popular poetic form during the option A. Renaissance, option B. Medieval period, option C. Ancient period, and option D. Puritan period. And the correct answer will be option B. Medieval period. Now moving to the next question. Who among the now moving to the next question. Among the Scottish Chaucerians, the poet king was option A. James II, option B. Richard II, option C. Henry IV, option D. James I. And the correct answer will be James I. Sorry. Now moving to the next question. Who among the Scottish Chaucerians wrote a sequel to Troilus and Cressida? Option A. Lindsay, option B. Dunbar, option C. Henryson, and option D. Douglas. And the correct answer will be option C. Henryson. Now moving to the next question, number 18. The Golden Tars was written by option A. Henryson, option B. Douglas, option C. Lindsay, and option D. Dunbar. And the correct answer of this question is option D. Dunbar. And the next question number is 19. Why is not to quote is a satire on option A. Wolsey, option B. Cromwell, option C. Moore, and option D. Sidney. And the correct answer will be Wolsey. Now the next question will be question number 20. Which of the following poems of Skelton is not a satire? Option A, Speak a Parrot. Option B, Colin Cloud. Option C, Garland of Laurel. And option D, Why come ye not to court? And the correct answer of this question is option C, Garland of Laurel. Now moving to the next question, number 21. Skeltonics is a form of option A, stanza, option B, meter, option C, comparison, and option D, conceit. And the correct answer will be D, conceit. Now moving to the next question. Who among the following is the author of The Falls of Princess? Princess, and the options are A, Hoccleve, B, Havesh, C, Skelton, and D, Lydgate. And the correct answer will be D, Lydgate. Now moving to the next question, question number 23. Alexander Barclay is known for option A, Sheep of Fools, option B, The Falls of Princess, option C, Palace of Pleasure, and option D, The Book of Faith. And the correct answer of this question is option A, Sheep of Fools. Now moving to the next question, number 24. Who brought the printing press to England? Option A, Mallory, option B, Caxton, option C, Barclay, and option D, Erasmus. And the correct answer of this question is option B, Caxton. Now moving to the next question. Question number 25. The printing press in England was introduced in option A 1476, option B 1467, option C 1543, option D 1532. And the correct answer of this question is option A, 1476. Now moving to the next question. Question number 26. Sir Thomas More wrote Utopia in option A, French, option B, German, option C, Latin, option D, English. And the correct answer of this question is option C, Latin. Now moving to the next question. Utopia's English translation came out in option A 1432, option B 1551, option C 1342, option D 1445. And the correct answer of this question will be option B 1551. And the next question will be question number 28. Who wrote in prose the history of Richard III? And the options are option A, Shakespeare, option B, Moore, option C, Marlowe, and option D, Spenser. And the correct answer will be option B, Moore. Now moving to the next question. Question number 29. Every Man is a well-known medieval drama by option A, Chaucer, option B, Dunbar, option C, Gower, and option D, unknown author. So guys, the answer of this question is option D, unknown author. And the next question is question number 30. Gorboduc, the first English tragedy, is dated Option A 1562, option B 1534, option C 1567, and option D 1578. And the correct answer of this question is option A 1562. Now moving to the next question. Question number 31. The first English comedy Ralph Royster 1551 was written by option A Nicholas Udall, option B Shakespeare, option C Sackville, and option D Sackville and Norton. And the correct answer of this question will be Nicholas Udall. Now moving to the next question. Question number 32. Gaston's School of Abuse 1579 provoked option A Shakespeare's sonnets, option B Sidney's Apology for Poetry, option D Dryden's An Essay of Dramatic Poesy, and option D Sheridan's The School for Scandal. And the correct answer of this question will be B Sidney's Apology for Poetry. Now moving to the next question. The Sephardic calendar was written by option A Chaucer, option B Gower, option C Spenser, and option D Shakespeare. And the correct answer of this question will be option C Spenser. Now moving to the next question. Question number 34. Spenser's satirical poem is option A The Fairy Queen, option B Epithalamion, option C Prothalamion, and option D Mother Hubbard's Tale. And the correct answer of this question will be option D Mother Hubbard's Tale. Now our next question will be question number 35. Spenser's celebration of his own marriage is the subject of option A Four Hymns, option B Epithalamion, option C Prothalamion, and option D The Sephardic Calendar. And the correct answer of this question will be B Epithalamion. Now moving to the next question. Question number 36. The Fairy Queen is option A an allegorical poem, option B a poetic drama, option C a fairy tale, and option D a dream allegory. And the correct answer will be option A an allegorical poem. Now moving to the next question. Question number 37. Who is the overall hero of the Fairy Queen? Option A the Red Cross Knight, option B Sir Gawain, option C Prince Arthur, and option D Artegall. And the correct answer of this question will be option C Prince Arthur. Now moving to the next question. Question number 38. The Spenserian stanza consists of option A 2 lines, option B 4 lines, option C 8 lines, and option D 9 lines. And the correct answer will be option D 9 lines. Now moving to the next question. Question number 39. Which is the last play of Shakespeare written alone? Option A The Tempest, option B The Winter's Tale, option C Pericles Prince of Tyre, and option D Coriolanus. And the correct answer will be option A. The Tempest. Now moving to the next question. Which is the last tragedy of Shakespeare in complete form? Option A. Macbeth. Option B. Hamlet. Option C. King Lear. And option D. Othello. And the correct answer of this question will be option A. Macbeth. Now moving to the next question. Sir Philip Sidney was the most prominent figure of option A. Elizabethan age, option B. the Jacobean age, option C. Caroline age, and option D. Commonwealth age. And the correct answer will be option A. the Elizabethan age. That means Sir Philip Sidney belongs to Elizabethan age. And now moving to the next question. Question number 42. Who has written the first picturesque novel in English, The Unfortunate Traveller? Keep the fact in the mind that The Unfortunate Traveller is also known as The Life of Jack Wilton. Then the options are option A. Thomas Lodge, option B. Thomas Nash, option C. Thomas Kidd, and option D. Christopher Marlowe. And the correct answer of this question will be Thomas Nash. Now moving to the next question. Question number 43. Spenser wrote which of the following ode for his bride Elizabeth Boyle? Option A. Prothalamion, option B. Epithalamion, option C. Colin Clouds Come Home Again, and option D. Astrophel. And the correct answer of this question will be option B. Epithalamion. Now moving to the next question, number 44. Dusha is a character in option A. Chaucer, option B. Shakespeare, option C. Marlowe, and option D. Spenser. So the right answer will be option D. Spenser. Now our next question will be question number 45. The Totalse Miscellany. The Totalse Miscellany was published in option A. 1557, option B. 1543, option C. 1567, option D. 1589. And the correct answer of this question will be 1557. Now moving to the next question. Question number 46. Wyatt introduced in the Petrarchan sonnet option A. Metaphysical conceit, option B. Terza rima, option C. couplet ending, and option D. love theme. And the correct answer of this question will be couplet ending. Our next question will be question number 47. The credit for introducing Paul Terce's measure in English poetry goes to option A. Wyatt, option B. Spenser, option C. Chaucer, and option D. Surrey. And the correct answer will be option D. Surrey. Now our next question will be question number 48. Who introduced blank verse in English poetry? And option A. Marlowe, option B. Surrey, option C. Shakespeare, and option D. Wyatt. And the correct answer will be option B. Surrey. Now moving to the next question. Question number 49. My Roar for Magistrates 1563 is the work of option A. Thomas Sackville, option B. David Lindsay, option C, Thomas Sadwell, and option D, Robert Henryson. And the correct answer will be option A, Thomas Sackville. Now the last question of this video is question number 50. The term Poultersis major was coined by option A, Shakespeare, option B, John Keats, option C, Gascoigne, and option D, Robert Southey. And the correct answer will be option C, Robert Southey. So friends, this is my today's class. I hope you will get so many knowledge from my channel and from my content. It's my humble request to all of my friends, please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get all of notifications.